Hey Megan, Happy New Year. It's me, Yvonne. Glad to have you in class again. I hope that your new year has started off well. I don't know if you remember, but in our last course, I started this new adaptation for myself where I screencast just recording through my response. It really helped with me and learning, and also in learning how I learn and how I benefit from things like such. And hopefully, you guys, my classmates, benefit from it as well. So the first thing I did is list the MLOs here just to remind me of what we're discussing. Defining science. Important aspects of science. In your post, you mentioned various important aspects of science. The first aspect I would like to point out is the aspect of connecting with the NGSS through the shared idea of curiosity. Idea of curiosity. Notch informs us that science can be described as a set of practices, a set of ideas, and a way of thinking, curiosity. The author continues to explain that being a scientist is less about what you know than about how your brain is wired to ask questions. Further, without ideas to spur more questions, there would be no need for further processes. Lastly, I would like to add that a curious brain is a creative brain. Thus, your idea of curiosity in connection with the NGSS seems to be very important, arguably the most important aspect of science. Relevance. In addition to your idea of curiosity, you discuss making learning relevant for our students. Making learning relevant for our students is the next aspect I will discuss. Making lessons applicable and relevant for students is crucial to student learning. Personal relevance is as vital to the learning brain as it is to the person learning. Bernard explains the benefits of relevance in learning when stating relevant, meaningful activities that both engage students emotionally and connect with what they already know are what help build neural connections and long term memory storage. Knowing and understanding the importance of this aspect will help teachers to provide students the tools necessary for finding class material relevant. And next, I answered the class questions that you had asked. First, you ask about how our, let me look this up. Sorry, I don't completely remember. Asked what is your attitude towards science? If it is positive or negative, please explain how this will influence your teaching. Though my memory is horrible, I remember not enjoying science in school. Science required a lot of memorizing and reciting. This was indescribably difficult for me. My body would experience stress and feelings of shame and embarrassment when I could not remember things we were required to remember, despite much efforts in trying. I always suffered greatly in science classes. Despite my difficulties, I feel that I maintain a positive attitude towards science. I do so by trying to find all the ways I can help students achieve academic and life success. Science learning prepares students for various fields of study, which will help them to achieve such successes. Therefore, I will try my best to recognize my own bias based off of past experience so that it does not negatively affect my teaching and the students' learning, as well as my learning. And the second question you ask, you say, I personally have always worked in schools where funding is very low, so there are not many opportunities for the students to use technology. What are some creative ways I can incorporate technology into these low funded classrooms? It is a lot of work. However, fundraisers and grants are a great way to provide your classroom with technological materials that you feel are beneficial when the school's budget will not cover the costs. Well, I hope this video has been beneficial, and I hope that your questions were answered, and I look forward to seeing you in the discussions. Bye!